Hi. So, let's talk about why your wife is cheating, why women are having affairs. At least let's understand it. In the past, cheating was mostly by men, as women were bound by religion and culture to remain faithful to their spouses. Even though this is gradually changing now, most of our men cannot forgive a cheating wife, but they can cheat and expect to be forgiven automatically, especially since they don't see it as a great taboo. Plus the fact that some of them go ahead to cheat just to prove to society and their wives that nobody's controlling them, that their wives are not controlling them, they can do what they want, right? Today, however, women are empowered by feminist viewpoints and financial freedom. Modern women are less likely to compromise and better positioned to seek out the emotional and sexual gratification that's missing in their relationship. The sexual needs of a woman are more pronounced and celebrated today, and the sex toy industries are making they're cashing out on that. Gradually, women have become bolder at cheating. Statistics have shown that the percentage of women that cheat has risen to nearly 40% from 1990 to 2010. So, let's look into the reasons why women cheat very quickly. The first thing is that they feel emotionally starved. As you may already know, women are emotional creatures, and many of them cheat to fill an emotional need. A woman may cheat because she craves conversations, empathy, respect, devotion, adoration, support, or some other connection that's lacking in their current relationship. Emotional cheating does not involve sexual relations, but is often more difficult to end than purely physical affairs. Okay? So, every responsible husband should ensure that he pays attention and provides his woman's emotional needs. Take time to regularly ask her questions about her needs to enable you, move in the right direction with providing them. It's very important. Okay? Now, the second one is anger and retribution. Most women enter into marriage and committed relationships with huge expectations and beliefs, including myself. They create a picture in our mind, in her mind, she creates a picture of an ideal spouse who will be a perfect parent, a perfect partner, a professional career guy, and so on. Now, when their men fall below such expectations, it gives them the audacity to cheat. Okay, so sometimes she doesn't even communicate these expectations to her spouse. She just assumes that he should know. And once he doesn't perform, she uses the opportunity to cheat. So then we have also women that cheat just to get back at their spouses, to feel good and even, and maybe show that they can also do it. They use cheating as retaliation for an affair their men may have had in the past, or any pain that he may have caused her. Now, this is why men should seek professional help if they have trouble gaining forgiveness from their wives. A lot of women take very wrong and serious decisions just because of revenge. I'm telling you, it's sometimes a matter of life and death. The next one is low self-esteem. Some women have very low self-esteem stemming from traumatic childhood experiences, or even because of how their bodies have just changed because of having babies. This may spur them to look to external sources for the attention and validation that they and their partner are unable to create and sustain. A woman who cheats may rely on affairs to provide her with proof of her value or desirability, or give her life meaning. Why? Okay. Yeah. So this is why it's necessary that men should continue to make their wives feel special and attractive without becoming complacent just because they don't feel the need to woo them anymore. I don't marry them now, waiting remain again. Abi? The next one is sexual deprivation. This is really, really serious, this point. Chemistry can happen with anybody at any time. You cannot control it. It happens especially when we meet a new person. Suddenly, we begin to feel a certain way. We get butterflies in our stomach. Our body, literally starts to produce feel-good hormones and chemicals like dopamine. Our adrenaline is pumping. It gives us a pulse-rising feeling. I know you know that feeling. This comes with a huge desire for a lot of sex. Unfortunately, this cannot be sustained long term. And when things change, a lot of women begin to now feel like they're falling out of love because it's not the same anymore. But what it actually is just that the relationship is growing from lust into the phase of love, but they don't understand that. Okay, so women who cheat are missing those thrilling hallmarks of relationships beginning, like the beginning stages when passion and intrigue, have yet to give way to routine and familiarity. Having sex with your wife is your duty as her husband, not a privilege. As much as possible, try to create time to satisfy her sexually. When you have sex with her, don't just roll over and sleep off. Just leave her there like that. Talk to her. Ensure that she has also enjoyed the experience. Compliment and appreciate her for how much you also enjoyed it. These things matter. If your marriage is struggling sexually, don't forget that a sex therapist may completely turn things around for you. Oh yes, we have them. A lot of them actually. Just do a quick search on the internet. The next one is midlife crisis. Midlife crisis and depression generally affect people, between the ages of 35 and 60. It comes up because of events that change many women's lives completely. Things like maybe losing a parent or child may trigger a midlife crisis. A woman may act out of character as she attempts to cope with the situation. These actions can include infidelity, as a woman may go outside her primary relationship in search of happiness and personal fulfillment, or simply just comfort. Just comfort. The next one is craving excitement. You've likely heard of the term serial cheats. Yeah, people who cheat for the thrill of it. Women can be thrill seekers too. I hope you know. They may love their primary partners but yearn for those endorphin-fueled interactions that make a new relationship so exciting. In craving this excitement, some women may actually become sex addicts without knowing it, as they cannot do without the high that the new relationships and sex provides. Some of them actually love their husbands and would do anything to preserve their marriage, but they just have to satisfy that craving, that high that they need to get. The next one is that they are lonely. A woman who cheats may have a partner who works long hours, leaving her home with the kids all day. Perhaps she has found herself in a stage in life that it's harder to make new friends, or her partner is contending with a chronic illness, for example. Whatever the reason, loneliness can cause us to distort our perceptions, such that we view ourselves and our lives and our relationships more negatively, which in turn influences our behavior in damaging ways. According to Dr. Guy Winch, this can lead a woman to cheat, as these feelings of isolation and disengagement cause them to look for companionship outside of their primary relationship. Okay, the next one is the opportunity just arose. It just came. Very few of acts of infidelity are premeditated actually. Those who cheat do so sometimes not because they were actively looking for it. The opportunity may just have presented itself, leaving them in a compromising position with a work colleague, a close friend, or even an ex-boyfriend. It wasn't really planned, but the opportunity came. Similar opportunities exist in the digital realm too. Social media, dating apps, and texting have revolutionized the ease at which we can connect with others. So it's no surprise that these platforms often serve as a springboard for affairs, even if the interactions start innocently without the intention of something illicit, right? What's more, women are generally more active on social media than men. Did you know that? Okay, the next one is lack of appreciation. This one is very critical. After a while, men begin to settle into the everyday routines and become less romantic and affectionate. They don't pay compliments to their wives anymore. They don't express appreciation and gratitude anymore because they feel entitled. They say things like, if I didn't love you, will I marry you? Why do I need to tell you that I love you every day? You should already know now that I love you. And I love you. I've said it before. You know that I love you. Now, this is a big mistake because unlike men, women are moved by what they hear and feel, not necessarily what they see. Okay, so your ability to, as her husband, to speak sweet words of admiration to make her feel special will mean the world to her and can change your story. Okay, as soon as a colleague or someone close notices and starts to compliment her appearance, if you notice, she begins to gravitate towards the person. She begins to feel the need to look good just because of how this person validates her. Before you know it, they'll end up in bed just because you say, oh, your nails are nice, your dress is beautiful, and things like that you have stopped doing and saying to her. Men should learn to compliment their wives and show gratitude for her efforts. It's very important. Don't take anything for granted. Well, at the end of the day, the decision to cheat lies in the hands of women in this case. But as her partner, it is your responsibility to ensure that you are not the reason or part of what pushed her to cheat. Search yourself and ensure that that is not you. Kindly like, subscribe, and share this message. You never know who may benefit from it. Thank you so much. I love you as always. Cheers.